Hi, Fiona Lewis here from Super Savvy Business with this week's SEO and traffic news update. One thing that a lot of business owners don't realise is that social media can be set up specifically for your business. A lot of people are familiar with the personal accounts, but they're not so familiar with how you can actually then use social media to really build your brand and your market leadership through social media. So, for instance, there are Facebook pages that you can have for your business, specifically for your business, not the personal profile pages. Now, a lot of people already have these set up, but what they don't realize that even in places like LinkedIn, where people have personal accounts, you can also set up company pages. Similarly, you can do the same for Pinterest, which is one of the newest social media waves that is really just going through the internet world like an incredible craze. So it's only just recent that Pinterest have launched these business pages. Up until recently, it was just personal pages that you can have. So I recommend that you do go ahead and get your business page set up in Pinterest. The other place that you can go and set up a business page is on Google+. Especially if you're a local business, make sure you have your Google logo page claimed and set up, because if you are bricks and mortar and people do a search for a particular local area and they go to the map, when they click on that, it's actually going to go to a Google local page, not your website. So please make sure you have your profile set up and set up properly. If you are a Twitter user or a YouTube user as well, I do suggest that you set up a brand page. Set it up under your brand name, not under your personal name. They don't have business pages specifically as such, but you can set up a separate account and switch between your personal account and your business account. And this is what we've done in Super Savvy Business. If you go and have a search, you'll see that we have our business pages set up across all of the different social media platforms. Next, I'd love to talk to you about using opt-in forms to build your database. Now, a lot of people spend a lot of time and energy sending people to their website, and then they don't have any way of collecting the details of the people that arrive on their website. They let the people come and then go. So please, please, please think about having what we call an opt-in form on your website. Okay, so now that you've decided you want to collect people's details when they come to your website, there are a few crucial decisions you need to make. If you are going to have an opt-in form, that it is highly recommended to increase conversions, that you have some sort of free offer to give in return for the person giving you their personal details. Now, that might be a free report or some sort of free training or a coupon towards one of your services. Really, you're only limited by your imagination. But that opt-in offer should be something that is going to solve the problem or the frustration of your target market. Think about the sort of people that come to your website and think, what do they really want? And then give it to them, and give it to them freely with the expectation that they will give you their details. Now, in regards to details, you're going to need to make decisions about which fields you have on your form. Now, studies have shown that the less details you ask on that form, the higher your conversions are going to be. So, for example, you might just ask for a first name and an email address. However, I have even seen websites that only ask for an email address, but you'll need to make that decision and perhaps test and measure to see what works best for you. Now, once someone has given you their name and email address, you have to decide where they're taken next. For example, are they sent to a thank you page? And once they've gone to that thank you page, what are they actually delivered? And how are you going to deliver it? And generally speaking, you can use a service such as an autoresponder to automatically deliver this content to them. Now, that would generally be delivered in a digital format. Some of the autoresponders I recommend are Aweber, which is what will suit most people. If you're a larger business or you have a large database, you might want to consider something like Office Autopilot as well. So you'll need to think about the email that people get once they have opted into your form, and then what's going to happen in the coming days, weeks, and months after that. How are you going to use that person's details to build a relationship with them and to develop that know, like, trust factor that I keep talking about? Now, these are all things you should take into consideration when you're thinking about building a database and a list through your website. Finally, for today's video, I'd like to talk about the ways you can use images to increase traffic to your website, but also to use images to keep people on your website for longer, but also to share your content. For example, don't forget to use the image's alt tags. Now, this works in a couple of ways. The alt tags are the tags that show underneath an image if it doesn't display on a website, or you've got the title tag, which when you hover over it will actually pop up and the person can read it. Now, these tags are read by the search engines as well as by people. If you have keywords that are within your alt tags, then that helps the search engines to perhaps show those images in search results that are relevant to a person's search. And also, it helps to engage the user from a point of view if they're on your page and they're hovering over, they're seeing that this image is relevant to them. But only ever optimize images for people, not just for search engines. It needs to make sense and it needs to be readable. Some other things you'll need to take into consideration is the size of your image, making sure it's a large enough size to engage the user and not be too small for it to be out of focus. The quality of the image, making sure that it doesn't become pixelated when you enlarge it, but also an image that is going to stay in the memory of the person. And speaking of staying in the memory of the person, when we talk about good quality images that have an impression, these are the sorts of images that are likely to be shared on social media. So keep this in mind. Use images that are funny or engaging or unique to you. So for example, with Super Savvy Business, we actually have an illustrator working with us to create our own unique images that are relevant to our content. And these are branded with a watermark for Super Savvy Business. So if they're shared, people know where they came from. So that's part of the whole market leadership and branding our logo and our business and what we're all about. So if you can create engaging images that are good quality, that people actually want to share, then you're going to be able to really ride on the viral nature of social media. Not just Facebook, but some of the image-based social media platforms such as Flickr, Photobucket, and Pinterest, which is just growing at a phenomenal rate. So your images should be there on your content on your website. It breaks up your content, makes it look more engaging, but can definitely be used to be spread across other platforms, as I just mentioned, social media. So that pretty much brings us to the end of our news update for SEO and traffic for the week. We've covered creating business pages on your social media platforms, because people will go and search for you. They will go online. Even if you're an offline bricks and mortar business, people will still go and check you out and see who you are and what your business is all about. So have those profiles set up as business profiles. We've also covered using opt-in forms and how to use them to collect names and email addresses of people that come to your website. And finally, we've also talked about how you can use images to not only draw traffic to your site, but to use it to engage people whilst they're there, and then for them to want to share your content. I hope that you found this SEO and traffic news update useful. If you like what you see on a weekly basis from us, please comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. My name is Fiona Lewis and I'm from Super Savvy Business, and I will look forward to seeing you in our next business news update.